working in those centres to do their very best for these people. For those who are in their care and in our care, are done to the best of their ability and within their professional standards and their obligations. So I don't accept as a generalisation that the services provided at Christmas Island are substandard, as you suggested. They have been under pressure at times, but I can particularly say now, where there has not been a transfer to Christmas Island since last year, that as that population has fallen from around 2,400 to less than 1,000 now, the pressure on those facilities has been significantly reduced. Issues such as the village accommodation model, which the Advisory Council has put to me, I think is an excellent idea. Moving towards better self-catering facilities for families so they can come together as a family, I think is an excellent outcome. But all of this has to be done in the context of the policy framework that is working for the government. Now, I have seen these situations myself personally. I've sat with people in my own inquiries that I've been part of as a Member of Parliament. But equally, after becoming a Minister, I have sat with the men and women who work as part of our Border Protection Command, who have to deal with the horrible legacy of looking into the face of a child corpse in the water. Now, that is unthinkable. And the government is not going to allow a set of policies to be weakened that would see such an Australian staring into the face of a child corpse in the water again. That is our determination. That is our commitment. And more importantly, that is our contract with the Australian people. And that's what we will do. But I'll ask the Secretary to make comment on the health services at the centre.
Thank you, Minister. Yeah, can I echo some of these comments? And it goes back to a range of statements that were put to me at the last hearing, where I absolutely rejected a range of these issues around medical services. They are not substandard. That is offensive to the professionalism of the people who are providing services. Where, like all rural and remote communities, where a requirement to transfer people out from time to time is required, it happens on Christmas Island. It happens to the broader community on Christmas Island. There are a range of broader issues here in relation to the level of services we provide to quite a small community in the overall sense, and that's not downplaying the broader issue.
Mr. Bowles, can I interrupt here, because we've heard this argument over and over again. The people on Christmas Island are being detained in a prison, effectively. People in rural communities in Australia are in the main there because they want to be there. There's a very real difference in the duty that you have in terms of medical services.
Sorry, President, can I just really take offence at some of those emotive statements yet again? It is not fair to characterise the detention system as a jail or whatever form of words you want to use. That is offensive to the professionalism, again, of the many people who are trying to do a job.
I'm not really worried. I'm concerned about the conditions. There is no doubt that on an island that is 4 hours flight from Western Australia, with a landing strip that is debatable or sometimes unsafe, so you can't land planes, and where many people have to be flown out for basic medical care, they are inside. I've been there 3 times. You cannot get into any of the sections without going through armed guards, etc., etc. I don't need to do.
They are have armed guards.
Prisons.
We do not have armed guards, President. I'd like you to acknowledge that.
I'm not sure that
I would like you to acknowledge that.
Well, I won't. I will check that, but my understanding is that some of those guards are armed.
Well,
and I've been through those checkpoints 3 times.
I would like you to check that, and I would like you to retract that.
Well,
I just need to understand what the President.
But the point I'm making is,
Madam President,
these are locked detentions. To pretend that they're not in remote islands.
Nobody is pretending anything of the sort. It is detention, absolutely, in the context of the policy. It is administrative detention.
On any analysis, that is either locked detention or a prison, whatever word.
You would have been to many jails and prisons.
Indeed.
And are you suggesting that Long Bay Jail is the same as a pool-fenced alternative place of detention at Phosphate Hill on Christmas Island?
I would like to move on, but basically I have been a practising lawyer since I was 22 years old, and I've been to many prisons, and I know a prison when I see it.
Well, Madam President, I've just asked you. You've said that these places are prisons. Now, you've been in prisons, so you're telling me that the Phosphate Hill compound on Christmas Island is the same as Long Bay Jail.
I'm not saying they're equivalent. I'm saying that the prison facilities.
Madam President.
Thank you.